In our previous video, we have seen what are formatting elements and we have studied about this delete element, insert, strong, italic, emphasize, small, mark, everything we have studied, and also we have seen what is the use of subscript and superscript. Now in this tutorial, we are going to learn about some of the quotation elements and also we will see what is the use of that and why we have to use that one. I'll just comment this entire thing. Now below this, I'm just going to write H1. I'll be writing here quotation elements. I'll save this. I'll just come here. I'll refresh this one. Now here I'm having this heading quotation elements. Now inside this, let me just write here Q. Okay, now this is used to add double quotes around the text. Now if I just write some text here, let me just come here and let me just open Google Wikipedia. Okay, let me just open Google Wikipedia. I'll enter. Okay, from here I'm just going to copy some content. I'll just come here. And from here let me just copy this entire content and here I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, now quotes we are not going to use like that. Let me just assume that this is my quote. Okay, this entire thing. I'll save this and before that let me just write the paragraph and here again I'm just going to copy this one. I'll copy this and I'm going to paste that one. I'll just comment this as of now. I'll come here. I'll refresh this one. Okay, now you can see this paragraph is being displayed. Now if I just want to add some double quotes, I'll be writing like this. I'll just come here. I'll paste this. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see the double quotes is been added. Okay, I am adding this one. Okay, once I use this quote element, okay, this quote element if I use, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see this is going to add me this kind of quotes. I'll just increase the size and I'll show you. You can see this is the quote what I added. Okay, this thing, okay, what I added, but this is the quote what is being displayed if I just use quotation, okay, quote tag. Okay, if I use this short quotation, I'll be getting like that. Okay, whenever you want to write some quotes inside your website, then you can use this quotation element and you can write that one. Okay, this is what I added and this is the quote it is being provided. Okay, this is all about quotation. Next, I'm just going to tell about abbreviation tag. Now here let me just write here abbreviation. Okay, now this tags, by the name itself it is telling that it is going to give some abbreviation of the text. Now here let me just write here CSS. Now abbreviation, I'll just save this one. I'll refresh this. Now here you can see I'm having this CSS. Now quotation, it is okay, this CSS whatever I have printed, that is been displayed next to quotation because this quotation is not block level. Okay, this is inline. So let me just add one break here. I'll save this. Now here if you see this CSS is being displayed here. Now whenever I hover on this, I just want to display the output of that. We have already seen about title tag. Now here let me just write here paragraph CSS and inside this I'll be writing here title and inside title I'll be adding that one cascading style sheet. Okay, full form I have written here. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see whenever I hover on CSS, I'm getting this cascading style sheet. But this word, it is not indicating that we should hover. Okay, now here Google is also same and CSS is also same. Okay, whenever I hover, I'm getting this one. But here I'm not having any indication that whenever I hover, this output will be displayed. Okay, so for that we are using this abbreviation. Now inside this abbreviation, I'm just going to add the same title. I'll just copy this and here I'm going to paste. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I'm having dots. Whenever I click on this, I'll be getting the same output, but here I'm not having any indication, but here I'm having some indication. It is having some dotted underline, so you can just hover on it. Okay, whenever we see that one, we'll just try to hover on that. Whenever we hover, we are going to get the data. Okay, this is how it is useful. Abbreviation tags. Whenever you use abbreviation, you have to give this title attribute and whatever information you want to display, you have to give that particular information. Now next we are going to see about address element. If you have seen in footer, they will be giving their mobile number, they will be giving their address or shop number or shop address, whatever address they want to give in their websites, they are going to give that one. Okay, so for that, instead of using paragraphs, now here let me just write some number, 21 something, some random number, and here let me just write here 4th cross Mumbai, something random number. I'll save this and below this I'm just going to write mobile number. And next I'm just going to write here email. I'll be writing this one. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I am having address. Okay, normal address I am having because I have just printed in paragraph. Okay, let me just reduce some size. Okay, now here I am having this output for paragraph. Now instead of this, if I just use address tag here, let me just write here address. Now here whatever I have written here, I am just going to copy this, and here I am just going to paste. Again below this I am just going to write address, and a random number I am just going to write, and also I am just going to write address, and I'll just copy the same email, and here I am going to paste. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see the difference between previous one and the next one. Okay, here it is italic. Okay, these are very useful. Okay, these address elements are useful only to give address. Okay, you can give any address. Okay, home address, shop address, mobile number, email. If you really want to give inside footer, then instead of using paragraphs, you can use this address elements, and the data will be displayed like this. Okay, you can see it is completely unique and it is differentiating from other text. So we are going to use address tag. Okay, you have to take care of this tags because in search engine optimization these will be very useful. If you are using proper tags for proper text, then the interaction level from the users will also be very good. Okay, now let me just talk about site. Okay, now this site element, now this entire site element, okay, this site element is very useful whenever you are making some work, and whatever work you have given, if you want to give that work in some other format, then you can use this site. Now here I'll just write here, I am Khanam. I have made beautiful painting. Okay, this entire thing you are not going to add in text. Okay, this is going to be wrong. Let me just write that one. Painting called Rosie. Let me just add some name. Rosie. I'll save this. I'll come here. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see this. Okay, this entire thing is being displayed in some other format, but I don't want that one. Only for this particular work, whatever I have done, only for that I want to add site. Here I'm just going to write this site, and from here I'm just going to remove this, and instead of writing here site, let me just write here paragraph. Let me just write properly. I'll just write here paragraph, and this closing paragraph I'll copy from here, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, only whatever work I have done, only for that particular word, if I just want to display in some other format, I can use this site. Okay, for anything, if you have written some book, if you want to give the book name, then you can use site. Okay, it's not like you can't use italic, you can use that one also. I'm just going to copy the same thing. Instead of site, let me just write here I, and also here I'm just going to write here I. Okay, we are having many options based on your requirement. You can select any one of this. You can see here also I am having the same output for I also. Based on your requirement, you can use any tags, but I just want to tell that this kind of tags also exist in HTML. Okay, you should know about this tags. Okay, if you don't use, then also no problem, but at least you should know about these tags. I'm not telling that you have to by heart all the tags. You are going to remember all the tags. Once you keeps on practicing, then by yourself you are going to remember. You don't have to by heart anything inside HTML or any language. You don't have to by heart. Okay, now next we are going to see about BDO tag. Now BDO stands for bidirectional override. Now let me just write here BDO. It stands for bidirectional override. Now here I am just going to write my name Khanam. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here Khanam has been printed. Now if I just want to reverse the direction of that one, here I am going to use here did attribute. Inside this I'll be writing RTL, which means that right to left. I just want to reverse that one. I'll save this. Okay, let me just copy the same thing here, and for first I am just giving this one, and for second I will not give this one. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see the name has been reversed. Here I am having KHANAM. Okay, this is how to reverse the direction we are using this one. Okay, BDO stands for bidirectional override. Okay, if you want to give left to right, you don't have to give that one because by default it is left to right only. I'll save this. I'll refresh this. You can see by default if you don't give, then also it is left to right, so you don't have to give this one. Okay, only if you want to reverse that one, you just have to give here right to left. I'll just come here. Now you can see here I am having this output. Okay, this is all about quotation and citation elements in HTML. Okay, if you don't use, then also no problem, but you have to understand inside HTML we are having many tags, and these are the tags present in HTML itself. Okay, we have seen about quotation tag. Now let me just come here. We have seen about quotation tag. We have seen about address. We have seen about site. We have seen about BDO, bidirectional override. Okay, you just revise this one or glance this one. You don't have to by heart this one. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.